Hi everyone, I'm in my garden. Can you see my flowers? My herb garden. Standing on my grass doing my earthing. I'm going to do a video on earthing and grounding so that you can understand how important it is for our bodies. But there's another reason why I'm making a video today, and it's because in my last video when I was saying about there's a magic and like to nature and that it provides for us, well, I've made a new discovery. It's blown my mind actually. Right, I was watching a guy on the YouTube the other day. I think he's called Morg Official or something like that, and he talks an awful lot about stuff, but his content's great. It's lovely and warm. I'm not going to stay on here very long, but I'm in the middle of doing my hair, so. And he was talking about Barbelo. Barbelo. Now you can Google her, you can YouTube her, you can look her up yourself. I don't want to tell you too much about her because there's that much information out there. You can draw your own conclusions, but I can bring it to your attention that she exists. She was completely left out of the Christian text. She's in the Nag Hammadis. She is the first thought, which, from what I can gather, when the creator of everything, like the spiritual creator of everything, kind of, well, the story goes in the Gnostic text, the story goes that God looked into the reflection and into the water and saw his reflection, and the reflection was her, and she recognized him and loved him, and he recognized her and loved her. And they're saying that she's really brave because out of everything that had the potential, this is just my perception, out of everything that had the potential to reflect to God, she stepped up, and I love her for that. And so she's known as the wife of God. She's known as the womb of all creation. She's known as the first thought, and she's the spiritual mother of the Christ, Yeshua the Christ. So it's layers, isn't it? It's layers. She's what you would call an Aeon, but she's the first one, because Sophia, if you've heard of Sophia, she was an Aeon as well, but she was kind of like the descent of Barbelo, or Barbelo, however you want to pronounce her name. She's known in the Abrahamic text as the supreme goddess and has lots of different names, which I haven't got around to having a look at yet. She is known in the Islamic texts as Jai, something like that. I just wanted to bring this to you as it's so brand new to me. I'm going to do more research and I'll be able to bring you the fundamentals, but the fact is that she is our spiritual mother, and she reflected God so that she could present herself as the absolute opposite of God, and therefore they can return to one after they've brought about the divine plan for all creation that she created. And I think that's where we're at in the world, because it's all about opposites, and it's all about, I mean, you hear people saying about twin flames and stuff, so it's like as if God produced his twin flame in Barbelo, and so therefore she became his twin flame. So it's like a consensual kind of a co-creation, isn't it? So there's that, and then we're at the end of the age, and so the Yeshua figure was their child, but he is bound to have a twin flame as well. And it's just like how I'm fathoming it is that we all come from one thing, and we're all going to go back to one thing, and the pleroma is what we call heaven, and that's where God and Barbelo live. But she's been asleep for a really long time because she couldn't bear the pain that she was seeing her and her husband's children going through on the earth. But at the end of time, she's going to come back, and she and God are going to, this is the God of creation that I'm speaking about, the Yeshua, you know, the God, the boss. You know, I'm not talking about any of the other gods. I'm talking about one particular God that is the God of creation, right? And at the end of time, they're going to judge all the evil in the world and punish all the evil ones and bring all the innocent souls to the pleroma, and eventually we're all going to become one again. And then I suppose the story will start all over again, because this is the story of our souls. Because we are human, but we're not just human, are we? That's why I've called this channel the Church of the Great I Am, because we are. We don't quite know what we are. We don't quite know who we are, but that's what we're here to do, is to discover who we are and to remember who we are. Because apparently before you can come to earth, you've got to have your amnesia. And I think that's what is being taken advantage of by the darker forces. I don't know, but it's all a journey of discovery, and I have made a new discovery, and my discovery is that as well as we've got a spiritual father, which is the masculine aspect of creation, we also now have a spiritual mother, which is the feminine aspect of creation, which of course we know about. You know, we have Mother Nature, don't we? The grass grows, the flowers grow. Do you want to see my flowers again? I got flowers everywhere. You know, like, things grow, they live, we do, you know. So we know that there's a feminine aspect to nature because of Mother Nature, right? And like the Tao, you know, and stuff like that. But she is actually beginning to present herself to me. She is showing me information, and I'd never even heard of her name before. So I do feel really close to her, because like I've always felt that it was real, but now it's as if she's kind of coming to me and going, this is me, this is who I am, this is, you know, and I love you, and, you know, I'm feeling it, I'm knowing it, I've got it. And she lives in all of our hearts. Yeah, so she went to sleep, but she dissolved in our current state into all of creation. So like an aspect of her is in us and she is in our hearts. And I've been doing so much work on my heart. This must be what happens when you do that work. So I recommend it. I recommend you look into her. I recommend you connect with her because, look, I'm a very, very, very grounded human. You can ask anybody, right? I'm a busker because I don't believe in the government. You know, I do everything that I can to be a good human, right? Which means that a lot of people I've had to get out of my life. I spent a lot of time by myself, healing, you know. And this is what I've done with my life. I've used my life to delve into spiritual realities within myself, and this is what's happening to me. So I just want to share it with you so that you can perhaps start clicking onto some things that you hadn't heard of before, because I know for a fact that she would want me to be sharing this with you, because otherwise, well, it just wouldn't make any sense, would it? And she's been on me today. Honestly, I'm sitting there doing my hair because like I'm putting some new extensions in and that, and it takes a long time, you know, but I couldn't wait to come and do this. That's why I've got my hat on in the boiling hot sunshine, because I don't like to be in public half cooked. But it's real, and the only way that I know it's real is that it's coming to me. This information is coming to me and I'm feeling it. I'm resonating with it so completely, because I love, you know, and love is the mother and the father. Love is creation, natural creation, you know. That's what love is. And that's where all of our answers are. And I know that because that's where I live. And so I'm sharing this with you. I'll let you see me flowers again before we go. Oh, look! Flowers! And herbs as well, look. Right, so I'll give me chimes a little chime for you. Hang on. And I'll see you later. I'm going to do a video on grounding soon, so I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.